We've had a very good experience with it in terms of picking out early detection for the things like mastitis, any lung infections. It's even picked up swollen hocks or sore feet with temperature alerts. It gives you time to take action on that cow before you would have clinically seen her with your eye. Okay, so David Tate, we have a herd of 110 Holstein Friesian cross cows just outside Omagh, about 4 miles out of Omagh. We've been sort of on a path of increasing in the herd over the last 4 or 5 years. We went from 80 up to about 110, and I have come home from full-time employment onto the farm with my dad. Our current performance is about 31 litres per cow at the minute on 8 kilos of meal. Cows are currently housed at night due to ground conditions and poor growth, out at grass in the daytime. Yearly yields would be in the region of 8,500, hoping to increase that up to 9,000 over the next year or so. Butter fats and proteins, butter fat would be in around 420 for the year, and protein in around the 340 mark, and again we're breeding to try and keep an increase in that as well. So SmackTex, where I really heard about it was on the internet. I had basically doing some research to see. I was taking temperatures, cow temperatures, jumping up in the milking parlour, thermometer in and reading temperatures, and it was slow and it was painful on the knees, jumping back down again, and I thought there must be some way or some device. I was looking really for something that would read the milk temperature, because we were upgrading our milking parlour, and I thought maybe there's something I could incorporate there, and sort of by the way came across SmackTex, read a lot of the stuff online about it and was very interested. Pinged them off an email to find out was there any distributors here in Ireland, and the next thing Brian was on the phone, and we had him out for a visit, and history tells us the rest of the story. Put in the system, it reads, monitors the cow's temperature from inside the rumen. We've had a very good experience with it in terms of picking out early detection for the things like mastitis, any lung infections. It's even picked up swollen hocks or sore feet with temperature alerts. It gives you time to take action on that cow before you would have clinically seen her with your eye. Particularly mastitis, you would generally get a temperature alert 2 days before you would see any sign in the milking parlour of reduced yield or cruds in the milk. So heat detection for us was a big advantage. We would operate a fairly close calving cycle, October to around February time. We would AI for from Christmas to about March. So SmackTex has been great at picking out those cows that are on heat, and it gives a clear pattern then of their heat cycles, and you can keep a good record of that then. Customer support's been brilliant. We have WhatsApp groups, so any issues at all you can ping a WhatsApp message straight across, and Helen looks after that end, and any issues at all. We haven't really had any issues so far, and hope it stays like that, but anything at all. We had a weekly meeting for the first 3 or 4 weeks, and then that branched out to fortnightly meeting and then a monthly meeting, so just to go through, review your herds, just to give you a second opinion. When you're new to the system, you see all these temperatures, it's trying to interpret what they are, what they're telling you, and what action you should take. It's one thing having the information there, but you need to take action on it as well, and there's some things that maybe you don't need to take action on, but it's knowing where that stands, and that comes with the experience. I think really the big focus now is trying more for preventative rather than firefighting, and picking out a sick cow that's down. You want to try and prevent her from getting to that stage. So if you can act quicker, have the notifications from Smack Tech to tell you you've got a problem before you see it, you can take action quicker. It'll help to reduce the use of antibiotics. That's a big positive, particularly where the world's heading. We know that there's limitations to new antibiotics, and we all have to sort of play our part in reducing our antibiotics usage, particularly on farms and things. And if we can get in there earlier and give that cow a fighting chance to avoid antibiotics, then it's well worth it. I would be very pleased with it, surprisingly encouraged by it, by what it can tell you about your cow. A lot of things that maybe we didn't notice before, a lot of things going on with cows, ruminations, and even drinking cycles, things like that you had no real information with before. You have all that now at your fingertips. You can see if a cow's not drinking as much as she had been. Then it's the time to go in with fluids. You can look at the pattern over 3 or 4 days previous and see where that lies, and you have all that information in a very user-friendly app to view.